Lovely. We have what resembles a Tron motorbike, Dodger-themed Tron motorbike on our page. And now our job is to make this guy drive around. So what we've done so far is we've written two functions, a setup function and a draw function. Both the setup function and the draw function are actions. And inside them, we've actually used a couple other functions. Inside the draw function, we've run a background function, a fill function, a rect function, and an ellipse function. Each of these functions draws something to the screen. But what we can actually change here, if we want to make this car animate, is the position of the bike, right? If I were to change this rect to 1 or 51, I would move it one more spot to the right. And you can't really tell. So if I made it like 150, you'd be able to tell the distance, right? It looks like it's moved a little bit. But if I move all of these drawings at the same time, that'll look like an animation. And that's actually the goal of this next little section. We're going to try and move all of these in the X direction just a little bit at a time so that it looks like it's animating. So it looks like it's driving. Here's how I would do that. The first thing you do is outside of the draw function, create a new variable called position. Remember that we create a variable by using the var keyword. And then we name the variable, which is a container for some piece of data that we're going to hold. And then we put something inside that container by using the assignment operator, which is equals. And because this rectangle is 50 from the left, I'm going to set this position to 50. Now, nothing has changed yet because I haven't actually used that variable. If I want to use that variable and say whatever number is inside the variable, I want to use it, I can replace this 50 here with the variable position. And let's save it, make sure nothing breaks when I do that. Cool. Everything seems to be working. Now I have the position of my rectangle stored in this variable right here called position. And I can actually use this over here for the other ellipse also. I can replace that 50 with position. And nothing should break. Still all good. Awesome. Now here's the fun part. If I want to change the position at any time, all I have to do at the very bottom is come down here at the very end of my draw function, and I'm going to write position equals, or set position to position plus 1. Now, when I save this, something funky is going to happen, and I think you'll be able to figure out why pretty quickly. So save this once you've written this little line of code on line 36, and let's see what happens here. You ready? Hey, look, it's animating. But what's wrong? I left a wheel behind. That's right. Which one of them did I not change? This second wheel. Why did I not change it? Because it's not 50. It's 200. But if I want to make sure that every time I change my position, this wheel moves along with me, what do I have to do here? Position. But if I put position, it'll be only at 50. What should I add to position to get it to be 200? Plus, well, it's already at 50. So 50 plus what equals 200? 150. And this is another example. We've seen this twice now. That in JavaScript, you can do math also. So in JavaScript, you can use numbers. You can do math. You can use strings to represent text. And when we do this, by the way, if we save this, we should get an animated Tron bike. And there it goes. Check it out. Driving super slow. This is a grandpa Tron bike, right? Looks pretty good. It's Dodger blue. My grandpa would love this. Maybe it needs some oil. Yeah, maybe some squeaky wheels. But what's sad about this bike is once it leaves the screen, it's gone. It's not coming back, right? Why? Yeah, exactly. What happens is once the X value, the distance from the left, gets larger than the width of the screen, it doesn't tell it to come back. It's listening to exactly what I told it to do, which is add 1 to it. But let me ask you a question. I only added 1 to the position. Why does it keep moving? Basically what this is saying is whatever the position was before, add 1 to it, and then store that new value inside the position. So how come it's not just turning it from 50 to 51, right? Technically, this is like saying 50 equals 50 plus 1. Or actually, it's a new box, a question mark, equals what the old position used to be, 50 plus 1. So why isn't it just turning it into 51 and then calling it a day? Yes. It keeps on repeating. And this is a super important part about the draw function. You ready? This draw function runs about 60 times a second. You can think of it like a flip book. So if you go to YouTube and you look up flip book, new... Oh, my Rick Astley still up there? Nice, and all my quiet time music. Let's say new boss flip book. Here we go. Let's check this one out right here. Ready? This is by the Flippist. I love this little animation. So when you look at a flip book right here, right? What happens is every time you flip a page, you move the drawings just a little bit. And by moving each drawing, the position of the drawing just a little bit, it looks like it's animating. You're redrawing it again and again. Oh, puppy. You're redrawing it again and again and again. So it's like this. Every time you redraw it, you move the position just a little bit, and it looks like it's animated. That concept is being applied here in my draw function also. This draw function runs 60 times a second. And so every time it redraws all of this code inside the draw function. How do I know? Get rid of the background really quickly and check out what happens. I just want you to take this whole background and just delete it. Okay? Then I want you to save and see what kind of funky stuff happens. You ready? Let's take a look at it. Whoa, what is going on? Yeah, it's not redrawing the background every time. What happens is this draw function runs 60 times a second. And so every time, like 60 times a second, it goes from line 26 to line 36 and runs all of that code. So it keeps redrawing it again and again and again and again and again really quickly. And it happens so fast that it looks like it's animated. So if I come here and I type in something that's just like clear, I just want to clear the background every time I redraw it, it'll clear all this old stuff. And it'll look like this. And now I got a Tron bike animating across my Jumbotron. And it doesn't look like there's anything else. If I pop this into a big screen, now I have a nice little website, a little bootstrap website, and I have a little Tron bike that's animating across the bottom of it. That looks pretty nice, huh? But once again, once my bike dries off the screen, he gone. And they're not coming back. So in the next video, let's make our bike come back, or let's change up a few of the things. Let's make it move a little faster as well. I'm going to paste this code to Slack. If you have any questions, let me know.